Blood boiling after watching the villain torment people one too many times? Can't wait for the moment the cocky bully gets his share? We feel you. Sometimes you just crave a dish of sweet, icy revenge, anime style. Get ready for the most satisfying, fist-pumping revenge scenes ever put to animation. Whether it's a hero pushed to the edge, unleashing rage mode, unexpected alliances taking down tyrants, or arrogant bad guys being utterly destroyed when they least expect it, our top 20 list has it all. Time for a little righteous retribution. Number 20. Kogami goes rogue for revenge. Psychopaths. Number 20 delivers some sweet long-awaited payback that hits different. Saibal failed to sniff out shifty psycho Makishima, allowing him to keep escaping every sinister crime. Kogami couldn't stand it. Not when Makishima murked his partner Sasayama. Rules went out the window. Kogami went full rogue agent. Vengeance blinders locked on. The tension built to a crescendo until Kogami and Makishima finally clashed. And in an epic showdown, Kogami did what had to be done, sending Makishima to the eternal detention cell in the sky. Number 19. Kiaru's brutal revenge. Redo of Healer. Number 19 is not for the faint of heart. Kiaru was just an innocent kid eager to be one of the heroes and save lives, but the kingdom had other twisted plans. They threw our boy into a non-stop nightmare of torture, assault, you name a messed up act and they did it. Absolutely merciless. But then Kiaru snagged that Philosopher's Stone and the student became the teacher with 4 long years for lesson planning. I'm talking turning the tables 100 times over. Guards getting straight up mutilated, and he flipped the script on Flame Hero, his chief tormentor, in an R-rated revenge plot. Look, I don't condone everything he did, but you reap what you sow. And after what Kiaru survived, frankly, I don't blame him. Number 18. Tanjiro slices the hand demon. Demon Slayer. Tanjiro comes through with the mentor avenging moment we live for. Shout out to Urokodaki for taking Tanjiro under his wing, but that meant facing down the same hand demon who slaughtered his past students, Sabito and Makomo. Their ghosts are still haunting the mountain. Not on Tanjiro's watch though. Our boy pulled off some epic sword work, beheading the demon who had it coming. Bittersweet revenge complete, and hands down one of Demon Slayer's most cathartic scenes. Number 17. Trunks dismantles the android siblings. The Prince of Payback himself, Future Trunks. His timeline was straight up ravaged by androids 17 and 18. They dismantled our dude's entire family and crew. But did Trunks take that L line down? Nah. He stepped into that hyperbolic time chamber and unlocked the next Super Saiyan level. When Trunks popped back out ready for round 2, those androids had no clue who they were messing with. This Trunks hit different. He absolutely shredded those fools while screaming, "This one's for Gohan! Bibbidi bobbidi boom!" No more sloppy bots leaving destruction. Trunks laid down vengeance for every fallen loved one with some extra salty sauce. Number 16. Tatsumi kills Princess Arya. Akame ga kill. Young Tatsumi was all sparkly-eyed about joining the Royal Knights, but Princess Arya showed her true colors faster than last year's iPhone. At first, she lured our innocent dude in with hospitality. Then, the curtain got yanked back. The royal fam straight up murdered his childhood friend Sayo in cold blood. Tatsumi saw red. He unleashed solo revenge mode on Arya, going samurai psycho with the sword skills. One satisfying bifurcation later, exit royally forked princess. Number 15. Gohan destroys Cell. Dragon Ball Z. Cell was out here murking Z-fighters like his name was Thanos, even Son Goku. But did Gohan curl up and cry after his daddy died a hero? Nah. Watching Cell squash Android 16 like a soda can triggered Gohan's inner rage monster. He roared onto the scene as a Super Saiyan 2, hellfire blazing in his eyes. Then this new Gohan hit Cell with the biggest, baddest Kamehameha yet, fueled by his daddy lending one final attack boost from heaven. Those satisfying beams obliterated Cell down to the last microscopic cell. Number 14. Spike ends vicious. Cowboy Bebop. In the number 14 revenge spot, we've got the classic anime standoff, Spike versus Vicious. Red Dragon crime syndicate torn apart by 2 dudes caught in a romance rhombus with Julia. By the end, with Julia 6 feet under and the truth revealed, Spike saw nothing but red. The final confrontation was a brutal tango to the death. Both ended up leaking red sauce everywhere, but Spike saved those last bullets just for Vicious. Straight shot right to the villain's icy heart. Number 13. Eren ignites war at Marley. Attack on Titan. Eren Yeager pulling the ultimate power move against Marley. When Willie Tiber popped off declaring war on Paradise Island, nobody expected Eren to be posted up incognito ready to crash the party. He came flying out of the basement like, "Surprise, bitches! Your war declaration has been accepted." Eren didn't hesitate, stomping out Willie in seconds. Then he started plowing through Marley's forces like a kid wrecking Lego buildings. Number 12. Kurapika walks in with a shovel. Hunter x Hunter. At number 12, we've got Kurapika schooling this fool Yuvigan on why you never taunt a Shovel Guy. Especially when Shovel Guy is the last Kurta clan member and you helped murder his entire people. But did Yuvigan care? Nope. This do-rag wearing musclehead couldn't resist popping off and mocking the genocide. Kurapika activated crazy specialist power Judgment Chain, wrapped it around Yuvigan's black heart, and went full crush mode until it burst. Number 11. Ichigo breaks Aizen's ego. Bleach. Just missing the top 10 at number 11 is the monumental smackdown moment Ichigo hands Aizen. After popping out of hyperbolic training ripped, our guy Ichigo storms back ready to crash Soul Society's biggest battle yet. And things get spicy fast when he grabs a full Hagyoku form Aizen by the face and does the anime villain equivalent of dunking someone into a trash can. Total disrespect. Yet this powered up pretty boy still couldn't recognize Ichigo was operating on a whole different power tier now. Aizen found out the embarrassing way though after Ichigo murked him wearing the slick Mugetsu drip. The coolest shopkeeper had to jump in just to seal defeated Aizen away. Number 10. Dabi exposes Endeavor, My Hero Academia. Dabi pulls the ultimate family truth bomb. This fire-flaming villain hacked the airwaves to expose he's actually Endeavor's abused eldest son. Todoroki returned for revenge. Toya wasn't 6 feet under like Endeavor assumed after nearly training and killing him. Seeing Endeavor struck shook as his ugly obsession-fueled past played out on screen was almost as satisfying as his public image getting nuked. Number 9. Afro avenges his father, Afro Samurai. Legendary sword slinger Rokutaro wearing the #1 headband, sigil of the baddest warrior alive, until backstabbed by so-called friend Justice in a duel. A dirty move leaving little Afro fatherless and shaking with future vengeance. The day came when Afro stormed Justice's crib to collect payment in blood for Rokutaro, katana singing. Their duel exploded, Justice almost ripping off Afro's head. But the magical Fro saved him to keep slicing. Driven by years of brewing vengeance, Afro carved Justice into cold cuts before standing over his sliced corpse holding Rokutaro's blood-stained headband. Number 8. The Battle of Uchiha Brothers, Naruto Shippuden. After Itachi went rogue, wiping out their whole clan, you know little bro Sasuke was left with permanent trauma in a raging revenge quest. An epic duel between siblings fueled by revenge, betrayal, and thwarted dreams of restored clan glory. In the end, Itachi was too weakened to continue and fell victim to Sasuke's blade. With the brother who destroyed his family dead by his hand, you'd think Sasuke would be satisfied, but we know that's not where the story ends. Number 7. Lelouch takes the throne, Code Geass. Royally cold-blooded revenge is on deck at number 7 when Lelouch demolishes his parents. They lied about his mother's death and used Lelouch and his sister as political throwaways. So when he realized the truth, Lelouch said, "Off with their heads." He used his Geass powers to spark an uprising, and without hesitation, took down his own mama and papa to seize the empire. That was so satisfying to see, and we all cheered for little Lelouch and Nanali getting their revenge. Number 6. Sasuke ends Danzo, Naruto Shippuden. Sasuke sending Danzo on a one-way train to the afterlife. Turns out this crusty bandage warmonger manipulated Itachi into wiping out their whole Uchiha clan. The man was the evil mastermind behind Sasuke's childhood trauma. Sasuke was thirsty for bloody payback after uncovering the truth. He saved up his most savage Amaterasu flames just for Danzo too. Engulfed this scheming geezer in black fire and looked him dead in the one exposed eye as he burned alive. Number 5. Son Goku destroys Frieza, Dragon Ball Z. You already know number 5 would be the godfather of savage revenge scenes. Goku going Super Saiyan to stomp Frieza into oblivion. Frieza killing Krillin gave birth to the legendary Super Saiyan, and all of Namek started shaking with Goku's insane thirst for revenge. No matter what Frieza did, he was no match for Super Saiyan Goku. The whole planet burst, and Frieza's upper body floated around in the vacuum of space for a long time. Goku turning into a Super Saiyan is one of the greatest moments in the history of anime. Number 4. Kaneki makes Jason taste his own medicine. Jason torturing Kaneki has to be one of the most unbearable torture scenes in anime. We could feel the pain of Kaneki by his voice when his nails were being pulled out. When the tables turned on Jason, Kaneki was even more evil than his torturer. Watching Kaneki asking Jason, "What's 1000 minus 7?" was bone-chilling. He takes his sweet revenge by eating Jason's Kagane and leaving him to die. Number 3. Gon's game with Pitou, Hunter x Hunter. At 3, Gon goes sicko mode on Pitou for killing Kite. He becomes blinded by vengeance and nothing can stop him. Not even his hand being chopped. The Chimera Ant tries killing Gon, but she is no match for him. He kicks her into the air and charges a blood-infused Jajunkin, punching the face of his enemy. Pitou dies, but Gon keeps repeatedly attacking her in rage till she turns into a pulp. Number 2. Shikamaru buries the immortal, Naruto Shippuden. Shikamaru's revenge against Hidan is one of the most promising battles in Naruto. He plans the whole fight beforehand and traps the immortal Akatsuki. The battle was won by mind and not power. That's why Hidan lost it with his overconfidence and fell into the pit. The moment when Shikamaru says, "The pathetic Lord Jashin or whatever isn't your god anymore, I am," as he stands over a trapped Hidan, is poetic. He avenged Asuma's death, and Hidan is forever buried in the lands of Nara. Number 1. Mustang burns envy to crisp, FMAB. But snagging our number 1 most satisfying vengeance scene is Flame Alchemist Mustang turning envy into screaming charcoal briquettes. FMAB gave us a masterclass in the savage "this is personal" beatdown after Envy iced Mustang's BFF Hughes. Every cry of agony from Envy while Roy's flames roasted him over an open fire was damn beautiful music. Mustang was so blinded with white-hot revenge, his whole crew had to beg him not to become a monster himself. Envy was left with no choice but to commit suicide to escape the agony.